to 3. Okay? What else is there? So the power module, you get hooked to that when you're sleeping. The battery, you wear the batteries so that it allows you to walk around. The 2 batteries will be 12 to 14 hours.
12 to 14?
Yes.
Oh, that's more than I thought.
Yes.
I thought it was only
The
12.
old one is only 4 hours, but you have the new batteries. Okay, so that's good for 12 to 14 hours. And in order to use that, you use the battery clip. Has somebody showed you that?
No.
No.
Okay. I seen them.
I'm recording it.
I seen them. You put that in.
Yeah. So
Then you connect to one at a time.
you see the arrow here?
Yeah.
And the arrow, so you
That
just
goes-
line up the arrow, it locks in like this. To take it out, sir, you just press this and pull. All right? Now to hook it up, all right? I'll try it. This is, am I stopping you from eating? Huh?
Okay. That's okay.
No, he
No,
doesn't
no.
like it, so.
All right. So
Do you want
let's-
them juice, honey? All right, I'll get this out of your way.
So we can, let me just show you. So the pump is in here, right, inside, and it comes out of the body through a drive line. So this is the wound here that you have to change the dressing, all right? So this is the drive line, and it connects to the controller. The controller has the computer or processor that controls the pump. All right, so similar to this, right? Okay. Now, as you can see, when you have power coming to the unit, you'll see this green light. If there's no power, there's no green light.
Right.
Right? Okay. Good. Now, the drive line is this one that gets hooked. This is the line that's attached to him, okay?
Right.
There's this lock. This is called the perk lock. And the reason why we lock this is so that the patient don't accidentally
pull it out.
disconnect. You pull, it won't come out.
Okay.
Unless you press and pull at the same time. And you see these 2 lines?
Yes.
How it goes in together? When you have to change the controller, the only reason you have to change it is if there's a red heart. Red heart means the pump stop. Or the flow, okay, the flow is less than 2.5. So normally 4 to 6 liters of blood goes through the pump every minute. So if the flow is less than 2.5, it's going to show up as
Red
a
heart.
red heart too. All right?
That's not good.
That's not good. All right? So one of the things you could do is try to troubleshoot it if you're at home. Is maybe this is malfunctioning, you can change the controller.
Oh, so we're going to get an extra controller.
Yes. And whenever he goes to see the doctor or you go visit a friend, you go to the movies,
Carry it with us.
bring it, extra
Yes.
controller and extra batteries. Okay? Good. Now, all right. So, you always lock this. So, you know that it's locked because you can see the line. Right? Okay, good. Now, if this end, there are 2 ends to this, and these are the power cables. They're black and white, and when you're hooked to cable, you want hooked to black and black and white to white.
Okay.
All right? Now, if you disconnect the power cable, as long as you do it one at a time, that's fine. It's not going to stop. All right, for example, I disconnect the black one. This is going to start making noise. Yeah? Okay. Now, to silence it, you press and hold the silence. All right? Now, if you don't fix the problem, it will keep on blinking because after a few minutes, it's going to start beeping again. All right?
Okay.
Now, the white cable is special because aside from providing power, it's also the data cable. All right? So, you see, it's telling you exactly what's wrong here. It's saying power cable disconnected. So the take-home message is, if you have any beeping noise and you happen to be on battery and you want to know what it is, hook up to the white cable first and look on the display module. All right? Because in order for you to fix the problem, you got to know what the problem is first. Right? Okay, good. Now, to hook it up, you see, there's a female and a male end, all right? And there's a half moon and a half moon. So what you do is either you just look at it and the half moon opposite each other, or you can hold this end steady and just turn it slightly until you feel it slip in. And then you press, and then you turn it until there's no gap. Okay, you try it, Mrs. Florentino.
Oh my God.
Yeah, go ahead. Open it all the way, and then pull it apart without jiggling. Pull it out straight. Good. Now put it back in together. Oh, did you push it in first? Yeah. Good. There, you got it. All right, you try it.
All right. So now,
Disconnect.
You got to unlock it, honey.
Unlock, you got it. Open it all the way, and then pull it apart straight. Good. Put it back together.
Push it all the way in then.
Good. All right. So that's it. Okay. All right. So disconnect, connect. Same principle when you hook to the battery clip. All right. The only difference is like, okay, if I disconnect this, right? Okay. Now there are two ends to this, right?
Right.
The male end is the one that's sticking out. This is the female end, right? So if you try to use the wrong end, it won't go in. So you got to use the right end, right? So same way, and then you push, and then you twist until there's no gap. Now you don't, if you don't align it well, you won't go in all the way, and it will be like this.
Okay.
That's no good.
We
all
have
right?
to line it and push it all
Yes,
the way in.
exactly. Now after you put this in, always remember to put in the battery, right? So your battery is a smart battery, lithium ion. So you press this, 5 lights means it's fully charged. And it also tells you, right, these things are numbered. You see, this is slot number 1, slot number 2. Now this battery is sitting in slot number 1. If you press this, it tells you battery 1 is 90% charged. All right? Now, when the battery is fully charged, it's going to turn green. All right, but for now, we know we'll use this. All right, put this in. Okay, it stopped blinking. All right.
Okay, this is for when he's ready to walking around and not being into the outlet.
Right, because the cable is only 20 foot long.
Right.
So in your home, if your bedroom and the bathroom is more than 20 foot long, it's very inconvenient at night to be switching the battery. So if you know that it's more than 20 foot long, use a commode or
Can we put it on an extension cord? No. Okay.
it's not recommended.
Okay.
All right. So this thing has to be plugged into a grounded outlet, and it has to be a dedicated outlet. And you don't want an outlet that's controlled by wall switch.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay, good.
Do we have separate outlet?
no. So what we have to do when we get, so what we have to do is we have to call Eddie, and we have to see if we can. I'm recording this, so this way it's a message for me too, so that we can have him install an outlet and put in a new.
Okay, so the one where you
Power
sleep by the
switch.
side of your bed, honey, that has to be a designated.
We have to change your bedroom around.
I told Daddy, got to change the bedroom around,
Bedroom's
honey.
gonna have to be turned
Now
around.
you see how this thing is heavy, and if you drop it, it will pull on the wound.
I
So
know.
we have some. That's why you have this, and I'm gonna put on a stabilizer device, so it locks on the drive line a little bit. But you still have to be careful, especially when you walk around with the battery. You see how many you have these loops, and you can easily catch on the wall, doorknob or something. So be careful so that, because if you pull on this, it creates a wound and you can get an infection. All right? Okay, good.
Or you could put that in a pocket or something.
Yes, we actually give you something called a holster, and it's like a holster, and like a gun holster, and you put the batteries here.
Leave the gun home now.
Yeah, but we can give you other things. Like there's a shirt. It's called a holster shirt. And you can buy it online.
That's fine. Okay.
And you can do that too.
Okay.
Is the website to look at all these things for purchasing? What is it?
If you want the holster shirt, I'll give it to you.
Okay.
All right. We have different things. There are now so many things, like a holster shirt. There, some people like the vest. Okay. All right. So this is called the controller or system driver. Okay. The way I remember is the driver controls the car. This driver controls the pump. All right. When something is wrong with this, or you let the power run too low, sometimes it will say replace system driver. The reason why this is so big is because there are actually 2 microprocessors inside, okay? A primary and a secondary. When you let the battery run down too low, sometimes it thinks there's something wrong with the microprocessor. It jumps to the secondary, and when it goes to the backup, you have no farther backup, so it will tell you to replace the unit. So the moral is, don't let the battery run down too low. And this is how you check your battery. You press the bell with the X. Bell with the X is to silence any alarm. For example, we disconnect. As an alarm. Okay. To silence this, you just press this. Yeah. It will just silence it for a few minutes. Like I said, if you don't fix it, it will keep on blinking. There should be no blinking. There should be no audible noise, like I said. Now, the other function of this button is you check your batteries. If you press this, 4 lights show up. Each light is 25%. So if you have 4 lights, 100%, right? As you walk around with the battery, it's going to go down to 3 lights, go down to 2, go down to 1. When you're down to 1 light, when you check it, time to change your battery. All right? How do you change your battery? Take it out, get a new battery, put one in, and change the other one. All right? So always change both batteries, but one at a time. Okay? Now, what is this other button for? This other button with the upside down triangle is a test select switch. That is to test the computer. All right? You do that once a day, and you do that when you're hooked on cable, not on battery.
Oh, okay.
All right? So it's better to do it in the morning. Now, okay. Now, I want you to do that, sir. I want you to connect this to this. Let's see whether you can do this. It's kind of hard.
We don't want you to be one for me.
Okay, good.
Just chill for now. Drink your soda.
Don't push it in unless you know it's a line. Good. You push and then you turn it. Very good, Mr. Sorrentino. You get an A for the first time. Huh? Okay. All right, very good. All right. Now you press and do the testing. Yeah. Press and hold until all the lights go off. Okay, that's what a red heart looks like. That's what a red battery looks like. Okay.
Everything is working fine right now.
At the end of the test, it only takes a few seconds, you see. At the end of the test, how do you know it's okay? It's okay if you only see the green power light and there's no other beeping noise. If there's something wrong, at the end of the testing, something is going to beep. All right? Good. Now, for example, what is this light for? What is this light for?
The light is
What does it represent? I just taught you.
but the testing of the battery for a test of the computer to see if everything is working well.
No. This green light. What does this represent? This green light. Is there a light here?
No.
Okay. What's
That
the
means
difference?
it's on. This is on. It's
No.
working.
Yes. That means it's receiving power. Whenever you see there's no green light,
Right.
it means there's no power. You see? No
Right.
power coming to the unit.
Right.
So if there's no power, the pump's not going to run. Okay, good. All right. And this is a battery. I'll just show you what it is. Now, is that normal?
No.
Good.
Because I got
How do you silence
a
it?
yellow light and I got.
Good.
I
Now,
just silence
how
it.
do you silence it?
You hold this. This here.
Good. You do it. Okay, good.
Okay.
Now, did you fix the problem?
No.
No. Now, what are you going to do? How are you going to tell what this is?
I gotta find out what it is.
Okay, good. How do you find out? What did I just taught you? What did I just teach you, rather?
To check all the wires and see if everything is in place.
Good. And what's about this? The white cable, what did I say about the white cable?
To make sure it's tied in, locks in.
Yeah, and it also gives you information.
Right.
So you got to look on here.
Okay, that is if I have that with me.
Yeah, you always have it with you. You're not going to go home with the big screen, a smaller one, but it's going to have the same message.
Yeah, but since it stays at home, this doesn't go out.
I know, but if you're home,
Right.
if you're outside the house, then you won't know what it is, obviously, unless you have a cheat sheet with you, and we give you that cheat sheet.
What's that?
It's just a one page. It's a one page, but we'll.
So Dad's not allowed to look at the cheat sheet until he passes the test.
Yeah, the cheat sheet is just a page that tells you about all the different alarms. See? Okay. It tells you warning lights. What does the control? This is yellow light. Is this one?
Right.
Right. What does it mean and what you should do? All right. Now it tells you controller cell low. Now this battery, don't worry, that doesn't stop the pump. All right. So this battery, the purpose of this battery is purely for it doesn't run the pump inside.
It runs the brain until you have to.
No, it doesn't. This is a little tiny battery.
Right.
The only purpose of this is like if you are, forgetful and you disconnect both power.
That's
If
a
you
backup.
disconnect both power, how is this going to alarm without power? So this battery is the backup to make
Backup.
this alert, make noise to say, hello, you disconnect me, all right? So this is just, you just hand tighten it until you don't see the orange ring. Now, if this is low, this is going to light up. And what you would do is go to your backup and get this battery and put it
in
here.
there.
All right?
And then how do we get replacements?
And then call us.
Call us?
Call us and
you.
we'll mail you another one.
Okay. But do we have an extra one to go home with just in case?
We got this
No,
here.
this is your
Okay.
The backup.
No.
Now, my question is, let's say we switch out the battery and we call you and we're getting another one in the mail. What if the pump, the brains that he's on right now, what if that becomes defective? Then we have to switch this, we have to put that battery back in there, and then we have to switch all the power units to connect it.
right.
And how long do we have to do that?
To switch the
To
power.
switch everything, if that's the worst case scenario, how long do we have to change to go to that?
It's very quick, and I'll
Okay.
show you. All right, when you change the controller, all right, the only time you would change it is if it tells you, it says replace system driver, or you have a red heart. All right, those are the only two instances when you have to change the controller.
Okay.
All right, otherwise you don't change it. All right. Now you have to be very careful with the equipment. If there's a cut on here and the wires are exposed, you want to let us know. All right, because that we have to repair or cover up. What else is there? Red heart we talk about. We talk about this. We talk about flashing light. And what is this for?
That
This
is,
upside down triangle. What is this for?
that is a tester, no?
Good. Yeah, it's the test select switch, and that's how frequent do you test the computer?
Once a day.
Once a day. Very good. You're paying attention.
He wants to go home.
All right. So, why don't I stop here? Because I don't want to overwhelm you.
Right, but you're going to go over with this again.
Yes.
Okay.
We're going to go through that again, and we're going to go through how you change the dressing. Okay? So you're here every day?
I try to be, yeah. Well, I'm.
If you're going to be here every day, we'll be here every day. Even if it's in the morning. Just let us know.
All right, good. We'll do that when, tomorrow we're going to start, make sure he walks.
Good.
Okay.
And do all that. And then the reason why they sent patient up here as soon as they're ready so we can start teaching.
Yes.
The teaching is
It's
important because it takes a while. There's so many things you have to remember. But the other thing is we can also dial it into the bedside computer and you can watch together with him. It goes about everything what I'm talking about.
Oh, there's a DVD you give us to look at.
Yes. I give you a DVD too.
Is that what you got?
Which DVD is it? Because I know I went on Thoratech, and
They didn't have one?
They sent me stuff in the mail today. I didn't expect it to get it that quick because I had signed up for it 2 days ago, and they did it with UPS. So I'm not sure if it's the same DVD.
Okay.
It says Volume 4, Patient Care Volume 4. So I'm not sure.
Very quick. That's
So
good.
I'm not sure. Is that the DVD or?
Might be. Let's see what you have. If
Okay.
not, we'll get you. But it
I should've brought it
essentially
with
goes
me.
over what I just talked about, and it's just good. Now, the thing that you have to do is that these things have to be maintained. It has to be clean. Not once a week. I would say every 2 weeks or even every month.
And how do you clean
You
it?
clean it with alcohol, like this can, and then let it dry, obviously, before you stick it in the charger.
Right.
Now, to carry it, you don't want to carry it like this with the chargers touching each other because they say it might spark. So you carry it either in Ziploc bags or you put it in socks.
Okay.
All right? Okay, very good. So, that's basically the most important thing. You have any questions for me?
Well, if you guys don't have, I'll be asking.
We're going to go over to how to... I'll go over quickly how to change the controller, all right? When you change the controller, only when it says replace driver or you have a red heart.
Right.
When that happens, it doesn't mean, that you may not feel as good, but it doesn't mean because his own heart will still
Right.
pump, right? Okay. So when you have to replace it, you want to be sitting down, laying down. You want to line this up next to each other, okay? And you see it meaning to say that the perk block are facing each other. The next thing you got to do is you got to put power in this one, all right? Now, power can either mean one battery or it can mean you use one of the cable. That is if you're home. But if you're outside, you only have 2 batteries with you, right? And you only have 1 pair of battery clips. So what you do is you check your battery, make sure you have enough battery to take one out, and then you take 1 battery, put it on the new one where you're going to go to. I put it on this one. Okay, now this is going to alarm. What is this alarm? What is that?
The heart
Red heart. What
Red
does
heart.
it mean?
means there's trouble with the computer.
Pump stop. And this is red heart because there's no pump attached, right? This is the pump line.
Right.
Okay. So once you have power and you silence it, you're ready to switch. You open and open, you open. Then you press and pull and you put this drive line into here.
Okay.
And then you put the second battery in and you're done.
So this one is really the main one? Basically, what you're saying?
No.
No?
No.
The 2 of them are working.
Okay, right.
This one here is just for sampling right now.
Yeah,
this,
that I know.
This is in working condition.
Yeah.
Let's say this is not working. You want to switch to this one.
You switch the white one first, correct? That's what I'm
doesn't
asking. It doesn't matter?
It doesn't-
Okay. That's
As
what I
long
was...
as you put power,
Right.
you put power and you know there's power, then you're ready to switch. You open, press and pull,
And
put this
then-
drive line in here, and then put the second battery on this one. Then you take this away and say, you call me and say, Rosie, I had to change my controller. I need another one. And we mail you another one. All right?
And you mail it fast or
Overnight.
Overnight.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Okay.
good. That's comforting.
Yes. All right, so that's how you change a controller. That's the hardest thing you have to do. All right?
I think we'll get it.
Now,
Yeah, it's easy.
wait, this black has to be turned to shut?
Yes.
Yes.
Close? You just turn.
And he can't. Well, the driveline can't be removed until that's unlocked.
Yes.
Okay.
Because the reason why this is locked is you cannot
Right.
access this.
Right.
And to remove this, you have to press and pull at the same
Right.
time. If you keep on pulling, it's not going to come out because it's locked.
You have to press and pull.
Yeah,
Right.
before they didn't have this lock, and the patient accidentally disconnected himself. So that's why they came up with this. When it's locked, you can't see the line. All right?
Okay.
Very good. That's it.
So what do we get? What's our A, B, or C?
You did pretty good. You did good, Rosie. You did pretty good. And to put it in, you always put the arrow with the arrow.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Good.
Rosie, sorry to bother you. Your other admission's here. Just want to let you know.
Okay.
Okay, when you're done.
Now, how many batteries do we get?
You get 8 batteries.
8.
So we get 2 charging
So
stations.
that's
No.
4.
We get 1 charging
One
station.
charging station. Because once they're fully charged, you can take them out.
And put the new ones
Yeah,
in.
it doesn't lose its charge right away unless you leave it out for, it has to be charged at least once a month. So don't leave it out for a month without charging.
Oh, no.
Right.
Okay.
So in other words, it's a constant use it, replace it, use it, replace it.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly. Okay? And rotate the batteries. You can bring this home and read it.
Oh, we make copies of it.
Have copies already.
Yeah, okay.
I've even got it on the
We're one
iPad
step
already.
ahead of you, Rosie.
Okay, very good. All right? So that's it.
Okay, this is the tester.
The tester is the upside down triangle. That's the test select switch, and this is the silence button and to
silent button.
check your battery.
Right. Okay.
If you let the battery run down too low, let's say it's down to 1 light and you still forgot to change your battery, it's gonna beep and it's gonna go into a yellow battery. It's gonna turn yellow, and what that means is you have 15 minutes
Right.
of power left. All right. If you still ignore it and it goes to a red battery is 5
5
minutes.
minutes.
And you don't want to go there because that's when it thinks there's something wrong. It jumps to the backup. And when it goes to the backup, it's going to tell you to replace the controller.
Rosie, when it goes to one green light, we can change it with no
Yes.
problem.
Yes.
Okay.
All right. You got the,
So test in the morning, you press this here.
yes. Press it, but you warn everybody. Otherwise, she's going to jump up and thinks there's something wrong. All right. Now, if you lose power in the middle of the night, you see how this is a green
Yeah.
and this is green. Let's say you have a blackout in the middle of the night. What happened? This is going to turn yellow, and it's going to start chirping. All right. So when that chirps, you have to put yourself on battery. There's a emergency battery that kicks in for about 30 to 45 minutes.
Oh, doesn't last that long.
Not
But we
that
have a
long.
generator
But
at
it
home.
gives you enough time to go on battery.
Yeah.
But what if, now let's just say they're very deep sleepers and they don't hear it. Is
We're
there
in trouble, right, Rosie?
is there an alternative? Maybe there's coming out with a system that has a larger, but no.
It's going to come up soon, I don't know when. It's going to come up with a new controller. And that new controller,
Sorry. The hardware, it's Doppler also?
yes.
Okay.
Okay? So, what did
You
I
were
Oh, the new
saying
controller they're
controller.
coming
The
out with.
controller will have a battery. Like, let's say you disconnect both batteries. There will be a battery here that will run the pump.
Okay.
But we don't know when that's going to come out. It will be small. All right?
It'll be smaller than this, Rose?
And when it comes out, would that be compatible with him, or you don't know? So he would be switching out and going onto that new controller. Ah,
But
and
I
it.
don't think, hopefully, you won't wait that long before you get a heart. All right?
Well, we'll
Hopefully
see.
Your blood type is what? O or what?
Oh, negative. But,
Not negative. Oh,
negative.
positive.
Positive.
O positive.
but I heard that the doctor did a
Okay, I'm just going to examine you, Mr. Sorrentino.
I did a surgery yesterday and they put in a mechanical heart.
Yes. Artificial heart.
Right.
Yeah. This one, the pump is sitting, next to your heart. With the total artificial heart, they chop off the patient's heart. Only the top part is there, and they sew the total artificial heart onto it. It's a very different device. And it's not like this. You're hooked up to a big compressor.
Ah.
All right. You don't want that.
So it's not a good alternative for you.
Exactly.
His mind
I
started
have a
going.
question for you. I mean, later on when he gets better and things, is there a way that he can take a shower? I noticed in the book they had the shower pack, whatever. Okay.
But we usually don't encourage that until the wound is totally,
Understandable.
Okay. That's completely understandable.
all right? And then we'll teach you how to use that.
Okay, good.
Very
So,
good.
I mean, that's something because he likes his showers, you know.
There was also
If
something.
you have a handheld shower,
I do.
and you can, make sure that this thing, you make him wear the battery, and you can direct the handheld shower away from it. You can use this for now.
Right.
But eventually, you'll have to double wrap everything in plastic. Everything goes into a waterproof bag, and then you go into the shower with the bag.
That's fine.
Okay.
All right, and after that, you have to always change the dressing because the water.
It seeps through it. No, I understand.
By that time, there won't be no more dressing.
No, the dressing will always be there. But the thing is, like, you don't have to change it every other day or every day when the wound is really clean. People change it once a week. So that's not too much of a trouble, right?
But right now it
Except
has
you
to
just
be
have to
changed.
remember that you always have to have that with you.
Right.
Don't let it drop to the floor or,
You know what, honey? I think when it's time to change the dressing, it's better that you do it when you're in bed.